How are you?
Good. What's going on?
I'm Katya.
I'm Joanne. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for the beautiful flowers you made for our direct.
Oh, you're so welcome.
amazing.
So welcome.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about you. So, short version, because I could tell a lot. I've been here going on 4 years. I've been 30 plus years in the industry. Mm-hmm. But I said to my husband one day, we had a couple extra bucks. I said, there's this spot. It's month to month. Let's do it until the money runs out. Never did I imagine 4 years I'd still be here. Oh. So I started in this little corner, literally. And over time, took over more of the store. And now most of it belongs to me. I'll do everyday flowers, wedding flowers, pageant flowers.
They do flowers.
Love them. They're exquisite.
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Those are the Tiffany flowers?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
And they lasted so long.
It did.
Wow.
Fantastic. So, I actually, short version, got into the industry. I went to vocational school for auto mechanics. And they said, oh, by the way, we have no cars for you to work on. So I dressed like this in heels and dresses for 10 days and said, this is not my career. They said, you have to find something else. I said, what's horticulture? They said, oh, it's like greenhouse. I'm like, ew. But within the 10-day period, I was out to compete on a local level. Took the local level, kept going and said, okay, apparently this is where I need to be. So here I am 4 years later, quit my job a year ago. My husband used to run the store. I used to work full time. A year ago, I said, let's swap.
That's amazing.
So thank you. Love what I do.
Yeah.
So
And you do it well.
You did great.
thank you so much. So I'm just gonna throw something together: oranges, pinks, whites. If you have questions, want to know something, I don't know if you want me to explain it as I go.
Yeah.
When you get fresh flowers, I've always saw that you have to cut a little bit at the bottom before you put it into water.
Yes.
How do you keep them fresh longer?
Pull them out of your vase every 2 to 3 days. I'll cut them a little bit more because what happens is when they're out in the air, creates an air pocket and a bubble. Can't get the water it needs. You cut it, you put it into water, gets a clean up stem.
Do you cut it with a slant?
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Because if you go straight, you run the risk of squishing the stem, not giving it a full water supply. When you go on an angle, you have less of a risk of squishing a softer stem and causing any issues going in from water, and keeping the length. But yeah, every couple days, pull it out, and you only need to. You don't have to cut inches and inches off. Just a little bit. Fresh cut, fresh water. Drop it in, and that's it.
And when you put sugar in the water, it lasts longer.
So some flowers, yes, I can't tell you which ones. There's so many things out there. Put a penny in it. Do this. Do that.
Yeah.
What works for you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, because I've told people, I'm like, hey, you should try this. You should try this. It doesn't work. They try this. It works. It's all, what you also want to do.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you might have, and I'm gonna be honest. I tell my customers all the time when they come in, when these come to me, I don't know when the grower cut them. They could have been cut 3 days ago. They could have been cut 14 days ago.
Yeah.
Look great to me. Look great to you.
Yeah.
They all have the standard life. So sometimes it's not necessarily what you can do. It's still a hit or miss, crapshoot, because if it's sitting in their farm for 3 weeks before I get it, that 7-day life may become 4, may become 2.
Yeah.
So it's just hoping that, you can salvage them a little bit more. So the one thing you want to remember though, try not to. I don't go crazy. If your greens are in the water, creates bacteria, will lessen the life of the flowers. So if, it goes in and all of these, I'm going to over exaggerate.
That's good.
Right. You want all of this to be out of the water. It's just going to give it the, longer lifespan that you need. And it's going to have less bacteria. So for me, I just crisscrossing your stems will hold the other flowers in place. So when I put stuff in, I make sure that, a little bit this way, a little bit the way I want to, because it creates like a grid, like a chicken wire grid, to hold all your stuff in place a little bit longer. when I make my stuff, I try and do whatever's to one side to do to the other. So green, this one, just to keep everything uniform. So when your eye goes to it, it goes throughout the whole thing and just doesn't go, oh, look at all that yellow to the left, and there's nothing to the right.
What about the food that comes with the flower?
Necessary, no, but it will help.
It will help.
Mm-hmm.
And do you usually do like your greens first before you put your flowers in?
I do, yes. You can put your flowers in first. I put my greens in first because it creates the base, creates my crisscross, so that when I want to put flowers in and I want this to sit right here, it does. It doesn't sit down here because there's nothing folded in. It's flat or in place.
And the food, it comes in a packet. So do you put the whole packet in first, or do you?
So one whole packet into your vase, mix it, let it dissolve, and then you put your flowers in.
But after 2 days, water is this fine.
Yeah. Yep. And then again, one here, one in the center. Like, I just try and keep everything as uniform as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I like to work in odd numbers because then I have one on top, one to the left, one to the right, one to the top, one to the bottom, however you want to put it in there. So, but there's no set way. You don't have to use only sets of 3 or sets of 2. You can do whatever works for you. So, it's so funny, after all this time, I still do that. I'll send it off, like, sometimes I'll help out the flower department during the holiday. Then they'll be like, it's not in the vase. I was like, that went into it. That's why it's exactly where I would need it to be, because it didn't go into the little vase that I'm trying to work with. These are straws for transportation purposes, but sometimes if the stem bends, you can keep them on there to keep them straight. I personally don't make them, so I take them off.
Where do you get your flowers from?
I have a wholesaler here in Pennsauken that I get from, but I do a lot of direct from the farm. Like, they have websites out there. You can, give them your flower ID and they'll let you order, stuff by the case. Me personally, depending on what the consumer wants, sometimes I'll hit Trader Joe's, Produce Junction. Yep, I'm just about there. So we are good. Because sometimes I don't always have everything. Somebody might be like, hey, it's my 2nd year anniversary. I need 2 calla lilies. I don't have to. But, hey, I can go, and I tell people I'm very transparent. Hey, I can go to Trader Joe's. They have them. I'll buy them. You just have to pay for my time. They're like, oh my God, that would be amazing. Yeah. So, but for me, like I said, I'm super transparent, and I'll go where I need to help the customer get what they need.
That was beautiful. I love your nails.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I went outside the box for my birthday week.
It's your birthday week.
Happy birthday! Thank you. My birthday was Wednesday, and I was like, "How cool would it be if I went with this obnoxious color?"
I would come in. It's really cool.
Definitely fitting for summer.
Yes. Yep. And that's why I was like, you know what? It's gonna sound weird, but I work for myself. I don't have to go in with neutral colors because of this or that. And then that's it.
Pretty.
And then that's kind of how it goes. And then if I have other stuff, I can, add it in, put it higher, and then that's it.
That's great job.
That's a great job. Thank you.
so much.
That's so nice.
If you need anything, let me know.
Do you have your card?
I do.
Yes.
Me too. So super excited.
Oh gosh,
And we'll always be a part of it. When you call me, I got you guys covered.
Thank you.
We like this. This is what we're talking about. Professional, okay?
Yes.
And she's very, very involved. So thank you.
No,
And we have to keep supporting.
Yes. And we wish you more success.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
More success.
Thank you
Blow up.
so much.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're claiming it.
Let's do a quick thing.
For him, and then you tell me where you want me to go.
Where do you
Oh,
want
this is a great photo. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh dear.
Pageant wave. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy the day, you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See, nice of you.